Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big Fun Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 103 of Winning a National Title with every team in the game. If you guys have missed any of the episodes, up in the right-hand corner will be a playlist from all of our episodes from 1 to 103. And if you guys want to see a team without the wheel getting spun, down in the description below will be a record of every team they have done so far and their season they eventually won a national championship. But again, if you guys want to see a team that we have not done before, write a comment down below and we'll get to that team. But there's only about 30 teams left, so let's go ahead and spin the wheel. So we've got a couple good ones as well remaining, but we shall see who we get in this episode. And we're going to go Boston College in this one. So we are going to get an ACC team, I'm pretty sure. Yep, 84 overall as well. So they're decent with the ACC. I think we're getting close. I know we still have Syracuse left. I know we have Miami left, at least for the ACC-wise. But Boston College is the next team we got. We got a strategist head coach, and they've been around 500 for the last couple years with Boston College. However, I've seen a lot of simulations where Boston College ended up going to the college football playoff in just a couple seasons. So checking out our coaching abilities, we do have recruiter as well, which is very, very nice, mostly for the offense. Strategist, again, it's mostly visits, though. I really don't use a lot of visits. I probably should. And then he's got tactician as well. Offensive coordinator does have recruiter along with motivator as well, mostly for the offense and receivers and quarterbacks. We do have recruiter for the defensive coordinator and scheme guru as well. So, decent coordinators. We'll gladly take it. Let's take a look at the roster here. We do have our top three guys going to be leaving us all above 85 with Horsley, Ozzie, and Donovan all leaving us with the defensive tackle, right tackle, and a right end. But the next three guys will be at least here for another season, hopefully. If we can keep the brand exposure up, we'll keep Bond. But, yeah, 85, 83s after that. Quarterbacks in 80 with Castellanos. So hopefully we can do pretty well in this first season. We do have a couple of freshmen behind them, so they just need a couple years to develop. Running backs we will need because we are losing both of our top guys. Wide receivers could use some speed. We have a couple decent speed guys down there, but other than McGowan and Bond, our top guy is Harris, and he's a 71. Tight end's pretty decent, but we're losing both, or two of them. Offensive line just needs depth at this point. We're losing a center, and we're losing two right guards and a right tackle, so that'll be fine. Defensive line just needs depth. We're losing our top three defensive linemen, so that will be rough. Linebackers need depth. Corners need speed. Yeah, pretty much about it. And strong safety is pretty decent, but we're going to be losing him, and we do not need a kicker or punter in this season, so that'll be nice. But I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up, and I'll see everyone at the end of Season 1 here with Boston College. So here we go at the end of Season 1 here with Boston College. We go 8-4 on the season of Fish, and actually ranking number 19th in the nation to end the season. We lost to Florida State to start the year, beat FCS. We lost to Missouri, beat Michigan State, lost to Western Kentucky of all teams. But then we beat Virginia, lost to Virginia Tech, and they went 10-2. But then we won out Louisville, Syracuse, SMU, North Carolina, and Pitt to end out the season. So 8-4 is not terrible. I mean, we could have been 9-3 if we just would have beat Western Kentucky, but all in all, it's still a decent season here for Boston College in year number 1. Definitely at least being over 500 and hopefully maybe getting a 9-win season after the first year, which would be very, very nice. Will Howard wins the Heisman Trophy. 3,700 yards, 32 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. And we'll be playing North Texas in the Fenway Bowl. So hopefully we can win it. If not, we go 8-5, which is all right. But I would love to go 9-4 on the season rather than 8-5. 8-5 does not look as good as 9-4. So we shall see here. We just signed a left tackle as well. And we won. We are 9-4. Pro potential goes down even more, but I don't know how, because we should have some guys going to go pro next season. But conference prestige moves up. Coach stability, coach prestige all move up as well. But playing style, we got a lot of people wanting to transfer out, which is not very good. And NC State beats Florida State 41-17 with Memphis, Florida State, Ohio State, Ole Miss, and Utah with the automatic qualifiers. With Alabama, Oregon, Virginia Tech, Washington, NC State, and Miami, Georgia with the at-large bids. That's a lot of ACC teams. Miami, NC State, Virginia Tech, Florida State. It's pretty good, especially 3 of them in the semifinals. So, but all in all, let's get in. Season number 1 is on to season number 2 here with Boston College. And here we are at the end of season number 2 here with Boston College. We only go 7-5 this year. A little bit of an unfortunate season. We start out with a loss to Notre Dame, beat UMass, lost to Michigan State, beat SMU, Georgia Tech, and New Mexico State before losing to Clemson, beating Cal, losing to Syracuse, beating Stanford, losing to Louisville. That one was a tough loss, but then beating Pitt end out the year. So unfortunately, a 7-5 season is not going to get us in the conference championship, especially with losing all the games, mostly in the conference. Only 2 of them are outside of conference, but we did sign a couple players. That's nice. We'll take it. We also just signed a 4-star corner, which will definitely help us out because we're losing like a bunch of corners this year. So still an 85 overall, which isn't bad, but we are going to get a bowl game. Drones wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,200 yards, 29 touchdowns, 4 picks for the Virginia Tech quarterback, and we'll be playing FAU in the Fenway Bowl. So another bowl game for us, and hopefully we can win this one. Be nice to go 8-5 rather than 7-6. But hopefully we can raise our team prestige, because right now I believe we're like a 3-star prestige, if I'm not mistaken. We do go up to a 3.5. We do win. We're 8-5. Pro potentials, coach stability, coach prestige all improve. And no one wants to really transfer out, so that's really going to help out the squad. And it looks like Florida ends up beating Oregon in overtime to win the national championship, 47-39, with Liberty, Clemson, Ohio State, Cincinnati, and Florida were the automatic qualifiers. With Virginia Tech, Oregon, Kansas State, Alabama, Georgia, and Michigan, Arizona as the at-large bids. So it's going to end season number 2. It is on to season number 3 here with Boston College. And here we are in season number 3 here with Boston College. We go 6-6 on the season. Again, not a great season. We actually started out 0-2 to facing Cincinnati and Rutgers, both tough losses as well. Close loss against Rutgers. And then we lost to Texas A&M after an FCS win. But then we beat Virginia Tech, beat Syracuse. So I thought we would turn the season around. We lost 2 in a row, won 1, lost 1, and then won our last 2 games against Georgia Tech and Duke. Is what it is with this season. Unfortunately, we're probably going to lose a lot of players due to us being 6-6 and not doing too well this season. But we did just sign a 3-star corner and a 3-star halfback, which will definitely help. And another one. We're very close to getting a 5-star quarterback, which would be very, very nice if we can get him. That would definitely help out. We did get the Week 16. Looks like Clemson won the ACC in the simulation as well, so they probably made it to a college football playoff berth. We just signed a 3-star wide receiver as well. But yeah, 85 overall, going 6-6 is not the greatest, but Brendan Sorsby wins the Heisman Trophy for Cincinnati. They had a very good season. 3,000 yards, 36 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season. And we'll be playing UCF in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Let's go. We get our favorite bowl game. But let's go ahead and simulate to the in-season recap here. See how it all unfolds with everybody in the college football playoff and see who wins it here in season number 3. Hopefully season 4 we can get a good boost in overall and hopefully go from there, because 85, yeah, we got 3 people wanting to transfer out. Coach stability goes down, but coach prestige and athletic facilities improves. That will definitely help us out. And we lost our bowl game. And it looks like LSU wins the Heisman Trophy, or wins the Heisman Trophy. What am I talking about? Wins the national title. It's been a long day. With a 55-37 win over Florida State, with San Jose State, Alabama, Cincinnati, Nebraska, and Clemson with the automatic qualifiers, with Washington, Florida State, West Virginia, Wake Forest, Ohio State, and LSU and Georgia as the at-large bids. That's going to end season 3. It is on to season 4 here with Boston College. And here we are in season number 4 here with Boston College. We go 11-1 on the season, having to face Clemson in the conference championship game. Only loss came against Cincinnati, and I believe they were ranked at the time they played us. But they ended up only going 6-6. We did face Clemson earlier, and we won by 2. We won in overtime, 48-46. So this will be another tough matchup here against Clemson. However, it doesn't matter if we win or lose. We are going to the college football playoff. A win, we just get the 1 seed and we get a bye. A loss, we just go in the first round. So hopefully we can get a win and move on. We are about to... I think Oregon's going to catch up for that 5-star quarterback. We do lose, so we go 11-2. But, I mean, we still are ranked 5th in the nation. It's just Clemson's going to have a bye in the college football playoff, and we're going to have to play in the first round. Hopefully we don't have to play them immediately. But it is what it is. We are still 11-2, a very solid season. And Vizina wins the Heisman Trophy. We had to lose to the Heisman winner. 4,100 yards, 40 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the season. And we'll be playing Alabama in the college football playoff. I don't think this could get any worse. But, anywho, Alabama, Boise State, USC, TCU, and Clemson were the automatic qualifiers, with Uconn, Georgia, Oregon, Iowa State, Boston College, Virginia Tech, and Florida as the at-large bids. So this will be a fun one. I just wish we had a better opponent in the first round. So let's get this started here against 9-4 Alabama. And they are a 91 overall team. I just hit my knee on my desk. That hurt. Anyways, let's see how we can do here against a very, very tough Alabama team. Oh, man, that really hurts. But we're going to be playing in the snow at home, so maybe this will give us an advantage here. We're starting on defense first as well. And the defense gets a stop. The offense doesn't do anything multiple times. It's nothing after 1 here for both sides. Snow is really affecting the offenses. And a turnover. And it's nothing at the half. So the snow is really playing a factor. We turned it over, and now Alabama scores the first points of the game. And it's 7-0 after the end of the third. Going in the fourth, we're down by 7. We go for it on 4th down. We get a touchdown. They have to start from their own 6-yard line. They get a big couple first downs. And they just need a field goal to take the lead, and they do. So now we need a field goal to tie, and we go 3. No, we get a touchdown on 4th down and long. 4-point lead, 4th and 5. We get a stop. 24, now 8 seconds to go. And that's going to do it. A comeback win of scoring 14 points in the 4th quarter alone. And Boston College is moving on to the semifinal or the quarterfinals. I'm 1 week ahead of myself. But a huge win here for Boston College. An absolute huge win. So we'll be moving on. I can't remember who we're playing now. I looked at it earlier. Now I just can't remember. As you know, my short-term memory is just completely gone. We'll be playing TCU in the Sugar Bowl. Okay. So it is a Big 12 team. Florida moved on, Georgia moved on, and Oregon moved on as well. But it's going to be another tough one here against TCU. They won the Big 12, so hopefully we can get another win. Let's get started here against TCU. They're 12-1 on the season. They're an 84 overall. So a much different team than Alabama. But we shall see how we do. Hopefully defense can get stops like last week and offense can score more than 14 points, preferably. But starting quarter by quarter, starting on defense, we get a stop and a touchdown by our offense. And so far, so good. It's 7-0 lead here for Boston College, and it'll be 10-0. TCU would get a field goal and a touchdown after a turnover. And they tie it up 10-all. So 10 points early for Boston College, then 10 points for TCU. Now going in the 4th quarter, it's still tied up 10-all. 4th quarter, we get a huge first down because of penalty. And now it's a 4th and 2, and we kick a field goal. So we're up by 3. Defense gets a 3 and out. Offense gets a first down. We need another one. 4th and inches. We go for it. We get a first down, and that's going to do it. Boston College again doesn't score very many points, but only allowed 10 points again. And a 13-10 win here over TCU. And they only scored only in one quarter. We scored in 3 of the 4. Granted, it was only 2 touchdowns, or touchdown and 2 field goals. Or a touchdown and 2 field goals. But hey, a win's a win. We're moving on to the semifinals. This one is the semifinals. So, we'll take the win. We're moving on. We are now 1 win away from a national championship appearance. And we do get an ACC Offensive Player of the Week. But we are going to be playing Clemson in the Orange Bowl. We're now playing them for the 3rd time this year. Beating them once in overtime and then losing to them in the ACC Championship game. I didn't check the score on that too. So we shall check it right now if I can. We lost 41-11. All right. Nice. That's not very good. Looks like Georgia beats Boise State, and Oregon defeated USC. So it's Oregon or Georgia going to be in the national title game, taking on Boston College or Clemson as well. So another tough game, but let's see how we do. So let's get started here against 12-2 Clemson, and they are an 89 overall team. So this will be a tough one here against another very tough opponent. Words are hard, but have to find ways to get stops on defense and score on offense. I don't think we're going to have the luxury of only allowing 10 points in the game, but you never know. We start on defense first in this one. The defense gets a quick stop, and then we turn it over pretty quickly, and they take a touchdown lead, but we have the ball, and we tie it up. And then we get a turnover. It's 14-7, now 14-10, and now 17-10 at the half. So they get a big touchdown at the end of the half. We get a touchdown, though, to retake the lead. We turn over again, but a huge touchdown makes it 28-20. 3rd and 1, and we get a stop. If the offense can put up another field goal, we have a very good chance of winning this game, but we have to punt it away. We had a chance to take a huge lead of 11. Would have been a 2-score lead, but it's a 2-point game here in the 4th quarter with under 2 to go. It's 4th and 9, but that's going to do it. A 28-26 win. This time the offense picks up the defense. And we are moving on to the national championship game where we only scored in 2 quarters. We scored 14 points in both those quarters, but we will gladly take it. And that means we are national championship bound here with Boston College. Again, we are going to be facing either Georgia or Oregon. It won't be a cakewalk in this final one, but going to have to find a way to get a win. The ACC Defensive Player of the Week, and we'll be taking on Georgia in the national title game. They defeated Oregon 30-7. They put up 38 points on Uconn, 24 on Boise State, and 30 on Oregon. So this will be another tough game. Hopefully we can come away with another win. So let's get started here against 13-2 Georgia. And they're 91 throughout their team. So another very tough opponent. I have to face 2 SEC teams, a Big 12 and an ACC, to get here. I guess SEC, Big 12, ACC to get to the national championship to face another SEC team. Starting on defense first here in this one. And we get a stop pretty quickly, but so do they. And after quarter number 1, it's nothing for both sides. So still nothing here. 2nd quarter, we put up the first points of the game, and Georgia will put up a field goal. So we have a 7-3 lead at the half. We start with football, and we get another touchdown. Georgia gets another field goal and another one. So it's 14-9 here in the 4th quarter. We get a big first down because of penalty. 4th and 1, now 4th and 6, so we have to kick a field goal. So it's an 8-point game. 4th and 1, and they punt the football. I guess because there is 3 minutes to go. And another big penalty gives them big yards, but I think that's going to do it. We had a first down and another 2-point win for Boston College. The trophy's in the ground again, but we do not care because Boston College beats Georgia, and that's going to do it. Another team down, a 17-15 win over Georgia. Boston College becomes another ACC team to win a national title, this one in 4 seasons. So that means we are very, very close to having only 30 teams remain here in the series. We're going to be it's going to be cutting it very close to College Football 26 coming out. But this series will return in College Football 26, as well as our zero overall dynasty, and a dynasty of our own as well, and just a random dynasty. So, but checking out the stats before we go, of course, and AJ had 2,500 yards. He had to get hurt because Robinson was playing too. He threw 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and AJ 18 for 7 on the year. Whitaker at 950 with 10, Jones 233 with 2, Harris 131 with 2 as well. Not many rushing touchdowns besides Whitaker. Receiving-wise, Bo had over 1,400 yards, 17 touchdowns, a great season. Harris 900 yards with 5, and he was only a true sophomore too. Matlock 762 and 6, Bostic 439 and 1, and Whitaker also had 215 and 1. Jones had 3 catches, 28 yards and a touchdown, and Chu also had 1 catch for 3 yards and a touchdown. Defensive-wise, Duval had the most tackles with 75. Was that a corner? Yeah, it was a corner. That's actually kind of unfortunate. Daughtry had 10 tackles for a loss to lead the team. Schuyler had 13 sacks to lead the team. Tucker had 5 picks. We only had 6 interceptions. 5 were by Tucker. It's kind of wild. We did force 5 fumbles, and we recovered 6 of them. Again, math ain't mathing here. But we did have 2 blocked kicks, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns here in the national championship winning season. Kicking-wise, Wembley did miss 5 from 50, 1 from 40, but made every extra point. He had 1 field goal blocked and did miss 6 field goals. Did he? Wait. 4. Okay, yeah, that's 6. Never mind. Math is hard. Punting-wise, we had our we had our kicker punt. This is the first time I've ever seen a kicker punt. But 2,900 yards for our normal punter. 15 inside the 20 is actually very good. Only 9 touchbacks as a true freshman. That's pretty solid. And our kicker punted 5 times for 213 yards and 2 touchbacks. We did not have a kick or punt return touchdown in the national championship winning season as well. But that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit the like button down below. It is free. It really helps out the channel. Also, if you guys want to see a team that we have not done before, write a comment down below, and we'll do that team as long as we have not done them before. Probably nearing July, we'll have a community post on which team that you guys want to see have me do a dynasty with that we're going to be actually playing, just like what we did with Ball State in College Football 25 and for College Football 26. But that's going to do it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, weekend, whenever you guys are watching this, and I'm out. Peace.